Welcome to A Scottish Ghost Story, A Day, Series 1, Castle Ghosts, brought to you by bagtownclans.com. I'm your host, Derek McDonald. Today, we venture to Fife, along the shores of the Firth of Forth, to explore the crumbling ruins of MacDuff's castle. Perched above the ancient Wemyss Caves, this castle once belonged to one of Scotland's most powerful families. But amid the stone remnants, one tale refuses to be buried. The tragic and eerie story of Mary Sibbald, whose restless spirit is said to haunt the ruins. As we delve into the shadows of MacDuff's castle, be prepared for a chilling tale of crime, punishment, and a ghost that lingers long after death. MacDuff's castle, standing high above East Wemyss, is a place steeped in both historical and ghostly significance. The original stronghold is believed to have been built by the MacDuff Mormaers of Fife during the 11th century, a period of great upheaval in Scotland, marked by the rise and fall of King Macbeth. However, what remains of the castle today dates back to the 14th and 16th centuries, when the Wemyss family, descendants of the MacDuffs, established their home here. The castle changed hands over the centuries, passing through the Livingstones and the Colvilles, before returning to the Wemyss family in the mid-1600s. Now a ruined relic, MacDuff's castle stands as a testament to Fife's noble past, its stone walls battered by time and the elements. Yet, within these ruins, a darker history is said to persist. Local legend tells of Mary Sibbald, a woman who lived during the castle's heyday. Described as a petty thief, Mary's crimes were minor by today's standards, but in her time, theft could lead to brutal consequences. Found guilty, she was sentenced to die for her crimes, an act of harsh justice that would forever tether her spirit to the site of her death. It's said that after her execution within the castle's cold, unforgiving walls, Mary's ghost began to manifest, and over the centuries, her presence has only grown stronger. Referred to by locals as the Grey Lady, Mary Sibbald's ghost has been reported wandering the desolate grounds of the castle. Some say she drifts like a shadow through the crumbling towers and empty corridors, her face pale, her expression one of eternal sorrow. The ghost is often spotted at dusk, when the fading light casts long shadows over the castle's remains. On misty nights, visitors claim to have seen her form silhouetted against the ancient stone walls, a fleeting figure who vanishes as quickly as she appears. But it's not just her apparition that haunts those who visit MacDuff's castle. There are whispers of strange occurrences, mysterious sounds that seem to emanate from the very stones themselves. The soft scuffling of footsteps, despite no one being near, or the sudden sensation of cold fingers brushing against your arm. Some have even reported hearing a low, mournful moan, perhaps Mary's ghost, still lamenting her untimely and unjust death. The story of Mary Sibbald's haunting has intrigued and frightened locals for generations. While the exact details of her crime and punishment have been lost to time, the belief that her ghost haunts the castle remains strong. Some speculate that her spirit lingers due to the nature of her death, an unjust execution for a minor crime in a time when punishment was often cruelly disproportionate. It's said that Mary's ghost seeks not only peace, but perhaps justice for the wrongs committed against her in life. Standing near MacDuff's castle, it's easy to imagine why spirits might find it difficult to leave. The castle's location is both beautiful and haunting, with views stretching across the Firth of Forth and the ancient Wemyss Caves lying just below. These caves are themselves home to mysterious Pictish carvings dating back thousands of years. The entire area feels steeped in history, with the weight of the past hanging heavy in the air. Is it any wonder, then, that Mary's ghost would choose to remain here, bound to the land where her life was so cruelly taken? And yet, as with many ghost stories, there's more to this tale than meets the eye. Some locals believe that Mary's story has been exaggerated over time, becoming more legend than fact. Others are convinced that her ghost is real, a tragic soul caught between this world and the next. Whatever the truth, the legend of Mary Sibbald and her haunting of MacDuff's castle continues to captivate those who visit. So, if you ever find yourself wandering near East Wemyss, exploring the remains of MacDuff's castle, take a moment to pause and listen. Amidst the sound of the wind rustling through the grasses and the distant crash of waves against the shore, you might just hear something else, the soft footfalls of a spirit long departed, or the faint, sorrowful sigh of the grey lady, still seeking peace within the ruins of MacDuff's castle. Thank you for joining me today on A Scottish Ghost Story, a Day. MacDuff's castle may be crumbling, but the legend of Mary Sibbald endures, a chilling reminder of how the injustices of the past can linger in the present. Until next time, I'm Derek McDonald. Stay curious and stay safe.